Hey everybody, great to see you again at Titled Queen at the Movies. Let's go see Steve.
No, Johnny!
Titled Queen at the Movies.
Johnny, I wanted to do a musical, and so I chose for my musical
Joan Crawford in Torch Song from 1953.
Now, in this movie, she had just done Sudden Fear the year before and had a really big hit, so MGM, her home studio, invited her to come back after 12 years. It was a big deal. They filled her dressing room with flowers, and they gave her a musical. Now, Joan had started out in the chorus. She was a Charleston contest winner, as a matter of fact, and she worked her way up. But she hadn't danced in quite a while, and the opening scene in the movie, she's doing a dance. So Chuck Walters, who was the director at the time and was also a choreographer, did this number with her, and she had to get drunk to do it. So she lip syncs beautifully through 7 songs in this movie.
Won't forget me on...
India Adams was the woman in this movie who dubbed this thing for her and had kind of a deep voice. And Joan plays a musical comedy star, and it's so ironic because she's such a...
I'm sorry, too. 4 times we've done this routine, and 4 times you've loused it up. Gene?
There's no redeemable quality of this woman, and yet the audience loves her. She does everything for her audience, and she's mean to everybody. And the only person that falls in love with her is her blind pianist, played by Michael Wilding.
Who's this character?
My name is Ty Graham.
She says terrible things to him.
Why don't you get yourself a nice seeing-eye girl?
I'm sorry, I hit below the belt, but sometimes not that low.
She has this flaming red hair. She does a number in blackface called Two-Faced Woman. And she's singing away. And at the end of this number, she gets mad at Michael Wilding. She reaches up and pulls off her wig. And she's got red hair and this blackface. And she looks just like Faye Dunaway did in the wire hanger scene in Mommy Dearest. The only person who really comes out with their nose clean in this movie, acting-wise, is Marjorie Rambeau, who plays her mother. And she got an Oscar nomination, obviously, because she had the guts to share a screen with Joan Crawford and play Joan Crawford's mother.
And?
And she'll have lines to Joan Crawford like, I've always been proud of my daughter, honey. She picks up a beer and she swizzles a beer and she'll, she's just adorable. So they gave her an Oscar nomination out of this. Joan's other interest in this movie is Gig Young. And Gig Young plays sort of like her man who she has around. And I always kind of get a feeling that he's gay in this movie, but they don't really know how to say it, because he's supposed to sleep with her, but he doesn't really show any interest in anything other than himself. And he's sort of lying around, and she keeps saying, oh, you're beautiful, but she pets him like a dog.
Your leg moves and a million faces look up.
This movie is gauche and colorful and fun, and you're gonna love it. Torch Song with Joan Crawford.
Take 2, please.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Joan's co-star in Torch Song was Michael Wilding, and he was married to Elizabeth Taylor at the time. And they were sort of the young couple. And Joan said, I don't want her on my set.
Delicious things to eat. The popcorn can't be beat.